Hi, my name is Robert. Please read the comments in the About section of this video. It has valuable information and updates. My YouTube channel has a disclaimer video that I encourage you to watch. And please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you found what you're looking for. Thank you very much for watching.
In this video, I'm going to tell you guys how we cured the P0351 error code on this 98 Dodge Dakota. It has several symptoms, mainly stalling and shutting off while you're driving. And this video will help you hopefully quickly solve that. The guy that owns this one, a friend of mine, he did several things trying to cure it. He's also having a misfire. So several things kind of had him doing unnecessary maintenance on the truck. You know, that's part of the game, I guess, when you don't take it to a mechanic. But this is a DIY situation if you want it to be. Here is what's going on. The truck started doing this, I guess, from the day he got it a couple months ago. And it gradually got worse. Misfiring, stalling here or there, running rough. So he began running strictly premium gas in there. Thought that was making it better. Placebo effect. Started running fuel injector cleaner in there. Every tank, every half tank, another placebo effect. Replaced the spark plugs. That didn't fix it. Placebo. Replaced a sensor inside the distributor. That didn't really make it any better. Placebo effect. So then I got involved in it after he changed some spark plug wires. I'm going to pull a hood release from inside, open up the hood, push this little tab toward the driver's side. Here we have it. Three main things go wrong in here. Number one, the computers go bad. I'll put a video clip in there, show you some issues with the computer. Number two, the coil goes bad. I think I got a little clip where I'll make a little clip showing you what happens to the coil. Or number three, a wiring harness has an issue. First thing I would check is the coil. If I were you, if you come in the vehicle, there's the coil there. A lot of times those ignition coils develop cracks over the years. If they have cracks in them, there's a good chance that they're causing misfiring and stalling problems. So that's your ignition coil. You can replace that, and if that solves your problem, great. If it didn't have any cracks in it, it's probably not your problem. What the original coil looked like, you can see a crack right there. A couple more cracks around here somewhere. I see there's a crack down there, but cracks are not good for ignition coils. Right below that, you see the wire harness that plugs into it. That plug, sometimes the wire gets damaged, doesn't make as good as a connection. If that's your issue, you need to replace that wire harness. Now, if you don't get the right coil for your car, or you get one from a salvage yard, it may have a different wire harness plug. So if you get one from a salvage yard, cut 2 inches off the connector. Take that with you just in case the connector for the coil you got is different from the coil you're putting in. Last but not least, which is kind of common, is the PCM powertrain control module goes bad. These computer modules have solder joints in them that are made by computers. Over the years, those solder joints crack and leave you with bad connections inside the module. Then those cracks cause the truck to run rough, not communicate good, misfire, stuff like that. So you'll need to replace this module. I got a video showing you how. It's very simple. You got a tab up here to release the top of the plug. You got a tab under it, just like it. You can feel it. That releases, and you pull the plugs off. 1, 2, 3. Try not to damage the plugs. Then you got 8mm screw here, 8mm screw here, 8mm screw there. The computer module screws out. Now the thing about these computer modules is some of the trucks have already been through this issue. The modules have been replaced and updated. You can tell that by looking at the sticker on the module. Some have not. You need to get the module that matches the year of the truck, or the truck's not going to run right. Most of the time, when you do that to a vehicle, you just have emission codes error. On this vehicle is a 98. I installed one from a 99, and it wouldn't let the truck shift out of first gear. So it's kind of critical that you get the one that matches your year mark. The one I replaced, I no longer have. There's another video maybe linked in the comments. It had a sticker on it. And if you look at this sticker, down in here, this sticker has a software update on it. The date is still a 98 date. It's down there on that lower sticker down there. If that module has an update on it, the module has probably been replaced. If the module does not have an update sticker on there, it's probably your problem. So make sure you get a module for your year vehicle. You may find that those numbers match up the way you need them to, but either your module, your coil, or your wire harness is bad. I haven't seen too many situations where it's the wire harness, unless somebody let a fan belt or something chew up that wire harness there. So that's my take on it. Hope that helps. Have a good day.
Yesterday we replaced the PCM computer in that Dodge Dakota. The guy did not test drive it when I did it, and later on fired the truck up. It started right away. Drove the truck, it would not shift into any gear. It stayed in first the whole time. So that 99 PCM does not work in the 98 vehicle. Now somebody sent me a message saying that these are rebuilt by people opening them up and refloating the solder in them. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do. I'm going to pull these tabs back, pry them open, take these which look like Torx 15s, take those out, see if I could take this apart. And I got the oven preheating to 350 degrees. After I get the board out, I'm going to toss the board in the oven for 3 minutes, put it back together. Hopefully that refloats all the solder joints. They say that the solder joints on the board breaks over time because it's computer soldered. Solder has very little solder on there. So let's get this open and see. These two screws out, bend these tabs back, open it up, see what we have. It was a minor challenge getting these started. I used a flat tip screwdriver, get them started prying up, then I use pliers to pull them up. So now we see, we take the cover off of there. This cover doesn't seem to want to come up. I'm going to have to try to pry that up there. Let me get a screwdriver for this. Let me use two hands. Something seems to be holding this down, even though I got this thing loose. Hate to break something, but I'm going to have to pry it a little more, try to get it out of there. And also, it seems like it has some kind of rubbery jelly foam over top of the board, which I don't like. Then it makes it harder for you to float this solder stuff, but that's kind of like a moisture weather protection over it. Well, I couldn't get this thing out of here. The front part of this was pinned down in there,
And as I pry it on the back and the side, it looks like I tore this connector off of this board. There's some really sticky gel stuff there. I probably just should have threw the whole thing in the oven, because if you look down in there, you can see the board under that gel stuff. I'm not peeling that off. So my guess would be I've destroyed this, because all of these little pins were soldered on this board, and I've torn 20 of them off. I'm not going to be able to solder them back on. I could try, probably not going to work. So my guess is I've destroyed this one. So if you try to go in here, try to get it to unplug first. I don't know any other way to get in there. I don't see any other way. It's kind of a sealed unit. But even if you do get in there, I don't know if you can get down to the board to get that stuff resoldered. Yeah, a couple of those things broke, so I think he needs another computer. I don't know if I was able to get that unplugged without destroying it, so you can try to throw the whole thing in the oven. A 5-minute cure or 3-minute cure in the oven's not going to work. Past all this gel stuff, probably going to have to let that thing go in there for several minutes before you're going to hit those solder joints that's needed to be re-sweated. We'll call this one a fail. About to hit round 365 with this Dodge Dakota. The dang Dakota has a bad computer. I took a 98 computer out, put a 99 computer in, which did not work. The truck runs great, but it won't shift gears, so that's a problem. So I checked out about 8 Dakotas in the salvage yard. Every single freaking one of them is missing the dang computer. So I found a computer in Louisville I'm about to put in. I'm questioning the numbers on it. Man, the freaking numbers are different than what was in there. It had something like a 323 number in there, and this is a 037. His truck is an early 98. The truck I got this out of was a late 98. Man, a whole year is different in manufacturing. So anyway, a year and a couple months. Let's see if this one will work and run. Looks like it has some kind of update, authorized software update, so maybe it's a refurbished one. These PCMs are very easy to change. Power control modules. You unsnap top and bottom plug, unplug them, and you got 3 8mm nuts there. 2 on this side, 1 on this side. Let me go ahead and unplug it, swap this thing out real quick, see if this thing will shift gears. This is the one that's going in, 037AA. This is the one from the 99 that I'm pulling out, 037AD. Has these numbers here. I'm just hoping it's going to allow this freaking thing to shift. So, this is out of a late 98 vehicle. This is out of a 99 vehicle. So, sequence numbers are very different. All of these numbers are different, except for this 56040. But anyway, let's swap it, see if it works. It's my opinion that you should disconnect the battery before you swap these computers out. So before I plug this replacement one in, I'm going to disconnect the ground on that battery. Alright, we got the PCM in, battery connected. We're going to give this thing a whirl. Now with the original PCM, the vehicle was misfiring and stalling randomly. He was putting fuel injector treatment in there thinking that was helping it, but hey. Whoa! Man, this seat is busted. I almost fell to the floor. Anyway, after that, he got a broke mirror here and a missing mirror over there. Anyway, the 99 PCM would let the car run, but it wouldn't shift gears, so it was stuck in first. I asked him if he tried it backwards. Sometimes backwards gears a little bit different. You could go faster, but he drove home in first gear, which was about 13 miles an hour, he said. Shift in neutral, drift down hills. When he slowed down, shift back in drive, be in first gear. Anyway, so hopefully this one will work. Let's fire it up, see what happens. Seatbelt on, see if the truck starts. Oh, we got wipers, people. Maybe that's off. Fires right up. Misfires as usual. Has a bad cylinder. That overdrive off is a bad sign. Low gas is also a bad sign. He said that overdrive came on with the new ECM, so this one may do the same thing. It goes reverse. Let's see if it'll go forward and hopefully shift into a second gear. We are in drive, I guess. Here we are. Hey, it shifted a second. We are in business, people. I think we may be good to go. I'm going to drive it a couple of miles, make sure everything's working fine, and we'll go from there. Report back if I have any other problems. I have an overdrive, but it's definitely hitting at least 3 gears, so I'm going to call this fixed with maybe not an overdrive. Better than it was. May not want to take it to California. Along with the fact that the module wouldn't let the truck shift out of first gear, that is the module from the 99 car, it also set a error code inside the cluster. So when we start the car, it says OD off. So we think that is a problem with putting in the wrong module. I'm going to hook up my level 2 scanner and see if it can read that code and reset that code and turn that light off. Now this truck is a early 98. It was manufactured in July of 97. The module I got for it came out of a late 98 that was actually manufactured in August of 98. So I had a 13-month difference on this module. So let me hook up my scanner, see if it can read and reset that OD off light. But the truck is running and shifting fine with that late 98 module. I could not get my code reader to find any transmission codes, so installing that outdated or wrong computer in there triggered that. I can't seem to reset it. Maybe another computer would, but like I said, the truck's running fine, so we're not worried about that light. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.